The acronym stands for secure, multi-platform, analytics-driven, responsive, and tiered. And what we mean by all those is we're basically trying to change the way networks are built. We want to make sure networks are secure so that people are protected. We want to be able to build networks and have them adjust to what kind of platforms people are carrying. So whether you're using a watch or a tablet or a phone or a computer, we want the appropriate quality of service for that device, and we want to be able to manage that so that you get the quality of service that you want. Analytics driven, there's a lot of data going in and back and forth. We want to be able to take that data to be able to make sure that the network's working the way it should and that the venues get the information they need to be able to be successful in providing a cross between that digital and the physical world that hasn't been being done by networks today. You know, our internet was built and it kind of sits over here and our venues sit over here, and it's really trying to bridge that gap. Responsive is really what it sounds like. We want responsive networks. So as things are happening, more people coming into a venue, we have to auto scale. We have to do some software things to make the network be better. So software defined network kind of things, SDN. And then of course tiered. We need, because many customers have different ways that they want to use the system, what we're going to do is we're going to provide tiers of service. So if you just want to come in and check your email, that might be one kind of service. But if you want to go ahead and watch a long movie, you pay a couple dollars and then you'll make sure you can get that movie down at great speeds and be able to watch that movie. So all of that fits together. It is all part of S.M.A.R.T. Behind the scenes of S.M.A.R.T. is our NFV, our network function virtualization, and our software defined network system, which we internally call VIA, which stands for our virtual infrastructure appliance. And what it allows us to do is it allows us to apply policies, quality of service rules, and gather that information so that we can really deliver on S.M.A.R.T. So I ended up taking a lot of open source different functionalities, virtualizing them, building them so that they could scale, and putting them on standard, commercial off-the-shelf hardware, Intel-based hardware. And now by doing that, we have the ability to be able to put these things in each location, as well as I can put it in the cloud if I'm dealing with a larger location, a bunch of small locations where I don't need to put a bunch of these in iron sitting inside the venues. And so that's really what SD and NFV gives us, is it gives us the ability to be able to adjust just like we do our networks, where we'll put in DAS, small cells, and Wi-Fi. We can do the same thing with the back-end control systems now and be able to put in these boxes, these NFV VIA boxes, to be able to allow us to really have the flexibility we need to deliver a proper network for our customers. And one of the beautiful things about the solution is included in the solution is deep packet inspection. So now we're able to actually look and see what's going on in the network and be able to make changes, or at least understand what people are doing. And one of the cool things that I saw when I was looking at it over the holidays, I was looking at all the reports and all the information that you now have available to you, and I noticed that there's a site called king.com that was all over the place getting used. And I was like, who's king.com? Who's king.com? It ends up turning up, it was Candy Crush, and it was our #1 site over the holidays. So I got home and I'm like looking up who's king.com, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. It ended up turning out to be Candy Crush, and lo and behold, my wife sitting in bed next to me had been playing Candy Crush this whole time. So, it was right there, the information was there. But this is the kind of information now you can get to by having this solution, and is we can understand where people are going, and then we can end up hopefully building better opportunities for them to be engaged, because we now know what they're doing and we can help them out with making sure that those experiences are better.